It's Sunday, March 5th. I just got off of work. It is 1:15. I ran home, packed my bags, got all my camera gear, threw it in the truck, and now I'm driving down to Lake Gaston to meet up with my pops, and then we're gonna drive down to New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Completely spur of the moment, last minute trip. I have no idea what to expect. I mean, this is another adventure. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna be doing some inshore fishing on Tuesday with our buddy Chris, and hopefully I can do some pond hopping down here. And I just wanna bring you guys along for the journey. So, let's go. So I got like 2 hours of sleep. I'm gonna start editing yesterday's video, and then we're gonna be in Florida in like 7 hours. We're like at the bottom of North Carolina now, we're about to be in South Carolina. Chicken tender Publix sub. Probably my favorite thing about Florida. Besides this. Day 2 here at New Smyrna Beach. We went out last night to the little town and went to all the bars. It was so much fun. It's such a cool little town. Everyone here is really, really nice. This is a good time. It was a lot of fun. But today we're going to be doing some surf fishing at one of the inlets up here. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be targeting or what we're going to be catching, but we are going to be fishing today, and I'm going to try to do some pond hopping this evening. I saw some ponds when I was driving in. Hopefully we can catch some fish. It is super windy and super cold out here. I don't think we're actually going to do any fishing. We're watching some guys out on these jetties, catch some small stuff, but that's it. Okay, so we're at the first pond of this Florida trip. I have no idea if I'm allowed to fish here at all, but it looks really good. There's no sign saying no fishing. The only thing that's worrying me right now is the really tall grass and the gators. So hopefully I don't get bit by anything, but this place looks sick. Gonna tie on a little jig head with a small Kitech. Just throw that thing around. Dirty jigs, 3/8 ounce. Swim jig head with the 4.8 Kitech on the back. Man, this place looks awesome. So I guess these fish are like in a spawning mode right now. The water's a little bit too dirty and deep around the edges for me to see the bottom, so who knows where they're at. Main goal for the day is to not get eaten by a gator. And not get stuck on the first cast at a new spot. This water is very stained, so I think I'm gonna run back to the truck and grab a spinnerbait or something with a little bit more flash. Whew, so I just been kind of sitting around, hanging out all day. We went to the beach this morning, tried to do some fishing, but it was way too rough out. The winds were like 20 to 25 miles an hour, and the jetty we were gonna be fishing from was just getting pounded. Oh, I just got hit. The first bite of the day. Or I just ran into a stick, I don't know. But it's been a good trip so far. I mean, we got here yesterday at like 3 o'clock. I didn't sleep for like 30 some hours because I was working and fishing the day before, and then I drove straight here with my dad. Did a little bit of editing in the car, and finally got some sleep last night. Tomorrow we are planning on going out on a charter with our buddy Chris, and he hired a guide for the day, or 4 hours, half day. Gonna be doing some inshore fishing. I think we're gonna be targeting drum, but I'd love to get on some big Florida bass while I'm here. So there's a few ponds in the area. Let's see if I can catch that fish that bit me. All right, switched over to a white and chartreuse sexy shad spinnerbait. This is a 1/2 ounce spinnerbait with a big golden willow leaf blade I threw on there. I also picked up my jig rod. I know people don't throw a lot of jigs here in Florida, but I'm gonna give it a shot. This pond's pretty shallow. I mean, I don't think it gets more than 6 feet. Ooh, there was something big right there that just swirled. Gator, sea bass. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm just fan casting an area, and then I'm moving spots. Fan casting the area, moving spots. Gonna try this with the spinnerbait and the jig, and then I'm gonna switch over to a Texas rig, something or other, and then once the sun gets a little bit lower, I'm gonna throw on a buzzbait. Try my luck out with that. I have a very special buzzbait I'm throwing today. Can't wait to show you guys. I've never thrown it, but it's probably one of the most innovative, cool looking baits that I've ever seen. Oh my God, what did I just hit? Surprised that didn't break my rod. When I'm fishing ponds, this is generally my approach, especially in a pond that I've never been to. I like to move around a lot pretty quickly. You know, sometimes I don't even make the full fan cast. Just do a couple and then dip out. I like to move a lot of water, kind of try different things. This pond in particular is going to be a little bit difficult for me to fish a lot of it. Oh, there's a fish. Oh yeah, it's a good one. Yes, that was sick. He smashed it right off of that log. Hell yeah. Come up here, big boy. Here we go. First Florida bass on the spinnerbait at the end on the last cast of the fan cast. It's a little 2-pounder. Came right off of that structure right there. That's a little log or piece of a tree that's sticking up. Awesome fish. First Florida bass of the trip. Let's rub his eye for good luck. Well, if I get a big one on, I don't know how I'm gonna land it. I guess that fish that I caught was a dink for Florida. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Holy sh! Ah! Yes! Wow. Boys and girls, nice 3-pounder on the spinnerbait. He absolutely annihilated this thing! Oh my God, that was sick. Absolutely crushed it. Look how big this fish's mouth is. Tore my spinnerbait up. I don't even have a blade on it anymore. He took my blade off. I have to go get another one. He bent it out completely. I did boat flip him, or land flip him, I guess. It's a nice 3.5 pounder. And he smoked it. I'm stoked right now. These fish are just hanging along the banks. Look at that big belly, healthy fish. So pretty. Thanks, buddy. See you later. I'm gonna run back to the truck, pick up another spinnerbait. So I had to switch the blade on the spinnerbait. I only have 2 spinnerbaits with me. Whoa. Not nearly as big as that gold one I had, which might have been the ticket for me. But where are we? There we go. That's what I had to put on. Look at this insane double buzzbait by Shane's Baits. So it has 2 buzzbait blades on the top with 2 floats to actually help it keep it up. And then there are 3 umbrella rig arms on the bottom. So these are basically gonna just sit right underneath the water column on top of these 2 buzzers, and hopefully the fish will hit this. This is the craziest looking buzzbait that I've ever seen. Looks really cool, it's pretty innovative. Super strong too. So we're gonna give this thing a shot. This thing looks wild coming through the water. I'm very impressed. It's actually not that hard to cast. It causes a ton of commotion. It looks like a boat weight. I like this weather for a buzzbait too. It's got a little bit of chop on the water. Light breeze, low light. Something should hit this. Last cast. Going home. Actually not going home, but we're gonna go get some dinner. I am starving. Come on, fish, be there. All right, no fish, but still a cool bait. Gonna get out here tomorrow morning and try to throw this around a little bit more. Putting her away. First full day in Florida is done. Got to do a little bit of fishing today. I caught 2 bass here at this pond. One that was probably 3.5 pounds, and the other one was about 2, which are probably pretty small for most of you guys who fish here in Florida, but for me, I'm pretty stoked about it. I'm gonna be doing some inshore fishing tomorrow with my dad, my buddy Chris, and his daughter Caroline. And then after that, I'm gonna be doing some more pond fishing. So, see you tomorrow. Sea bass.